Ooh, well, let me introduce you then, basically. So I will load it up for us, as you might need to load. In essence, to explain Pandemic as simple as possible, it will be, like, we are basically scientists, workers from all around the world, trying to stop the world from succumbing to a global pandemic. We're trying to rush around and cure 4 different diseases scattered around the entire world map before, it kills all of humanity, basically.
Oh.
This is purely...
So kind of like the opposite of Ink.
Yeah, we are the opposite of Plague Inc. Yeah, there you go, that's the best way to put it. Simple enough when it comes to it. First and foremost, you need to change your color to one of the 4 that's presented here. Red, white, brown, or green.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, there we go.
Yep. The way that the game will work is that we will have to... What's his face? Is that we are basically... This Pandemic is famous because it has been a cooperative game throughout all the ages, and there's been so many editions. It's kind of like Monopoly, where there's been many different editions of it or so, and it's a board game classic. It's always been cooperative, and we have to do whatever that we can to beat the game. It's either we all win together or we all lose together. Exactly so.
Okay.
So let me explain the main conceit with it here. The way that the game works is that we will, first and foremost, we'll have we are going to take control of 4 pawns on the map here, as you can kind of see by the colors. Each of them will basically be a different character that we have that has different passives or so. The play of the game will basically cycle around us doing damage control, trying to find cures to the diseases, and trading cards with one another to do so.
Okay.
Here, the way that Strip the games work is that the board will set itself up depending on how many people are in the lobby. So I'm just gonna try this, and it's tabletop sim. We can always fit however round. So you can see here, there's different difficulties as well if you want to set it up. But I will just go ahead and hit the start button and see how things go.
Oh, okay.
Like you're seeing the game deal itself out here.
Okay, so I'm the mech who...
Okay, so I might need to pull up a rulebook because it's been a little bit just to make sure that I have everything on my side. So the way that this game works is that we will each have, if you want to take a look here, we have these, we can choose what to do from these cards here. We have our choice of basic actions and special actions. Every turn, play goes back and forth with us here. We get to do 4 actions. So you get to do 4 actions, then card draws whatever. Basically, you have a whole turn to yourself, and then I have a whole turn to myself, and everything like that. Okay?
Okay.
The way that it is, let me describe everything. Our home base is in Atlanta, as you see right now. On the map.
Okay, yep.
We have both of our pawns here, just 2 players, so I just think this is how this one might work, necessarily. We have 2 pawns here, and we have, because this is our starting point, a research station, as indicated by that white Monopoly house, basically. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The way that it is, we need to treat the entire world with from stopping all 4 diseases. We have to cure all 4 colors, yellow, red, blue, and black. If even one thing basically goes wrong, then we lose the game. Even if we've cured 3 of them, if one's still up, then things just go downhill, basically, when it comes to it, okay?
Okay.
You can do, let's go over the base actions. 1, you can drive or ferry over. So the lines tell you where you can move. So if you want to move from Atlanta to Chicago, that's 1 action. Chicago to Montreal, that's 2 now in total. Montreal to New York, that's 3 when it comes to it. Direct flight. Discard a card to move your pawn to a city pictured on it. So if you want to go to Sydney or Manila, for instance, or whatever, you would discard it to the player discard pile on the board, and you would just move yourself immediately right over there. And that's only 1 action.
Okay.
You can charter a flight. So let's say if you had the Atlanta card in your hand, and you're in Atlanta, you could discard that and move anywhere on the board for that end.
Okay.
Or you can shuttle a flight, which means if there's another research station, we can take that back to Atlanta or vice versa.
Okay. This makes sense.
Now, here's the rub with it here. The special actions are the other important thing when it comes to it. Build a research station. If you are in the city, you have the card for that city, you can discard it to build a research station right there. Exactly so. You can discover a cure, which means you need to have 5 cards of the same color to cure that disease of that color. But there's 2 stipulations. 1, you need to have those 5 cards in your hand. It's not all of our hands together.
Okay.
And you have to be in a city with a research station. Doesn't matter if you're in Washington, or if you're in Atlanta here, in a blue city, trying to cure a red disease or whatever, you just have to be in a research station city.
Got it.
You can treat a disease. So if you're in a city with any disease cubes, as you can kind of see here, you can spend 1 action to remove 1 cube.
Or in my case, remove all of 1 color.
Yep, because you have that passive right there.
Okay, makes sense.
That's nice. So we'll find that out. Right, for me, I'm a scientist. A pretty simple role. I only need 4 cards of the same color instead of 5. Simple as, right there.
So what you're saying is we could cure, if we could potentially, we have the potential to cure red immediately.
Yep, if you want. Because you can see the last option that you have, share knowledge. Pass 1 card from 1 player to another. Both players must be in the city pictured on that card that is passed. So that's the other problem, though. Exactly
yeah,
so.
To make it better.
So we have to be both in the city, and we need to actually, actually have, we have to be in both the city, and we need to be together, which is a thing, which is annoying.
Yeah.
So if we want to cure red, we need to move to the red side and work together on that end. So the way that works then is, once you take your 4 actions, you can see at the bottom right of the board, it says play right here. So that tells you how to do every turn. So do 4 actions. After that, you will draw by clicking this button to draw your cards. That'll add to your hand, and your hand limit is 7 cards. You can always see that because by your name down here, that's telling you what your hand is right now.
Got it.
The main thing is that these cards are going to be more city cards, or they could be special. There's 3 types of cards. There's city cards, so that will be, city cards that we need. There will be special power cards that can be very helpful to us. I know some of them are like, ooh, you can like have a bigger, you can draw more cards, or like, hey, you get to like fly to a city for free without spending an action or whatever, stuff like that or so. But the worst ones are, if you look up here, Epidemic cards. The coolest thing that makes Pandemic long-lasting is that you can modify your own difficulty. For easy mode, there is 4 cards. There is 4 Pandemic cards in this 48 card deck. They are not, they are, the way that you cut the deck at the beginning of the game is that to organize your difficulty, you actually put the deck separately. You divide the deck up into like 4, 5, 6, however many Epidemic cards you want to put in. You put 1 Epidemic in, and then you stack them on top of each other. That way you can't get them back to back unless very bad circumstances. It is made to space things out, which would increase your difficulty when you draw them.
Okay.
Because you get a city, that's good. You can maybe fly to that or get the cure. You get, a special ability card, that's great. But if you get an Epidemic, there's a problem right there. Because it does 3 bad things. But main thing here is I'll go over that afterwards. First and foremost, so after you draw those 2 cards, we get to number 3, infect cities. The way that the game works is that we have some cities already starting with the disease, as you can see right here. Some of them have, 1, 2, or 3 cubes. The deck, you can see right here, the infection rate. After you draw your 2 cards, we will infect 2 cities, as denoted by this symbol right here. It'll draw 2 cards, and it will place cubes on 2 of them. It will just place a cube. Here's the rub with it. What happens when one person gets sick, of course, Crimson? If they get close in contact with another person, they get sick, and so on and so forth. 1 cube's not a problem. 2 cubes is a little bit worse. 3 cubes is at risk of disaster because if you draw a card with... If you draw, like, let's say, if the infection draws New York, you can't have 4 cubes. Instead, that is considered an epidemic. 1 blue cube is added to all adjoining cities. And we basically lose a life on the outbreak tracker right here. You can see. 8 outbreaks ends the game.
Got it.
So, of course, that would be very disastrous if that happens. And the main thing is that it would be the same color. So let's say an outbreak happened in Taipei right here. That means 1 cube to Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Manila. That would cause a 4th cube in Osaka, which means it repeats to Tokyo. That's 2 outbreaks, and you immediately see the rub of the game, to where things can spiral so quickly if we don't try to treat things as much as possible here.
Yeah, so we need to basically try to keep any, like, we need to keep as many cities from getting 3 cubes as possible, and stop, and hopefully keep any 2 cube cities away from each other, just in case.
Now here's the genius of Pandemic. Any city can be infected because we're just drawing from that deck right there, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning of the game chooses 9 random cities to be infected with a few different cubes. You can see this deck right here is the ones that have already been drawn. So you can see Kinshasa or whatever, that already has 1 cube. So at the very least, for now, we're not going to be able to draw Taipei, Osaka, and New York.
So those are at least safe for now.
For now. The genius of Pandemic is that sooner or later we'll draw an Epidemic card just from playing the game naturally. And read over what Epidemic does to us up here, Crimson.
Epidemic, increase infection rates by 1, draw a card off the bottom of the infection draw pile, and infects the city with 3 cubes. Oh no. And then you shuffle the deck immediately.
Yep. So the way that it is 1, that infection rate, it'll move up, so that'll go, yeah, it's only still at 2, but then as more keep going, it goes to 3 cards that are getting disease per turn to 4, it keeps getting worse. It draws a card from the bottom of the pile here, meaning a city that's guaranteed to have never been infected so far will be infected. And then, what it means by intensify, all these cards in the discard right here, Crimson, they don't shuffle randomly in. They get put on top of the pile.
Oh no, okay, I see where this comes in.
So you see immediately how fast the game can spiral out of control.
Absolutely.
So, the 2 big rubs. Once we cure a disease, if you use the treat action, even, like, let's say you weren't the medic, if we cured red and used the treat action, it gets rid of all the red cubes in the future. Because even though we cured it, there can still be outbreaks, but, you know, it's just lower priority. The game ends whenever we cure all 4 diseases. Once we cure the 4th one, game immediately ends. Or we lose by having 8 outbreaks, which can happen way faster than you can realize.
Alright.
Well, technically, there's actually more ways to lose. So, that's the first way. Outbreaks go out. Second way, if the draw pile just is empty. If you can't draw anymore, the game ends.
Oh, so be careful with how many we use.
Or, you can see how there's the little badges here that tell you how many cubes are inside of each disease are left. If too much is untreated. If any of these badges go empty at any time, the game also ends. There's 3 ways to lose in this game.
Okay. This is cool. Got it.
But otherwise, that's basically how the game goes, and it should be automated from our end. So, my friend, we need to figure out what to do. And once again, it's fully cooperative, as you can see, we can see each other's cards. We just need to figure what we can or can't do here.
Well, so there were two courses of action that immediately just, like, popped up to me.
Yeah.
I could immediately, like, go to cure New York, and then I'm not sure what I do with the last turn. Or a possible one I could do, which would waste 2 red cards, would be warp to Sydney, set up a base in Millennia, and then move and cure.
I think the bigger thing that you could do right now, here's my thought process. You might just want to spend 1, 2, 3 to Tokyo, potentially. Oh, no, you wouldn't be able to cure. Well, actually...
I could cure the next turn, though, in both of these.
Yeah, you could cure the next turn, just get that out of the way. I could just 1, 2 to New York, maybe, like, cure 1 cube, and then try to make my way to you. Because once we start drawing...
off these red cards?
Yeah, because the fact is, afterwards, I could just sprint to you at that point then.
And if we could neutralize red early on, that would
Yeah, just get red out of the way, considering that's 3 there. I think I will play my turn by ear, because I might, because depending on if you draw any more reds, since I only need 4 reds, I could burn Osaka. Oh, we still need to make a research station, though. We need to just pass around knowledge eventually, but I think the best idea for you might just be sprint over to red.
1, 2, 3, and then I can move to Osaka right now.
Yep. You can't cure, that would be your 4th action, that would be action number 5, but for now, otherwise you could draw.
Draw?
You should be able to, I believe. Because it is your turn.
Is it not my turn?
You should be able to. Huh.
I'm getting. I have a red button that has shown up above my. Oh wait, do I need to like place it down in each of these?
Maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4. Draw.
Give me 1 second here. Should be your turn, because I'm looking at the chat bots. Crimson is totally red. Crimson goes first with Manoa at a population of 2,600, whatever. Well, it's automated, but I might be able to get a... Alright, we might be able to just, you know, get this going on our own if I unlocked a few things. The fact is, like, the setup was the automation part. I might be able to just unlock. So here.
Yeah.
Just, you can just go ahead and draw. Alright, actually, yeah, just draw straight up.
Okay, that's...
Atlanta and Karachi. So, already. So, that's your 2 cards. And now, let's click the Infect button up here. See if it works. Yes.
That works.
So you can see here, okay, it works at the bottom 10 spots. So London gets a blue cube, and Bangkok gets a blue cube. Gets a red cube. So, that sucks, because London's right next to New York.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure. We'll figure. I mean... I'm thinking, let's see here. Your red cards are Sydney and Manila, which are so inconvenient to get.
Because they're so far away from everything.
Yeah, unfortunately here. Main thing is we'll also still need to build a research station, so we still technically need 5 red cards if we want to make the best use out of it.
I feel like Hong Kong would probably be the best place to put it, because it's more central.
It's central enough. I think what I might do, my idea here, 1, 2, Washington, 1 action, New York, 1 action, cure twice in New York maybe, and then I think my next turn, I might burn Chennai to warp over to that and just try to get to you.
Alright, yeah, that could work.
I think that's what I would do. So 1, 2... Got to remove 2, sir. I will draw 2. Montreal, Buenos Aires, and we will infect 2. You might need to. There might be a prompt at the top of your screen that says "Pass turn," because it still is your turn.
Rotation degrees, left height, menu.
Or at the top right.
Top right?
Potentially near your nameplate.
No.
Because it's not letting me press. It's not letting me press.
Maybe it was supposed to be infect then draw.
No, because you see right here, draw 2 cards in Fetch Cities. It's been a while since I've done. It's been a while since I played Pandemic on here. So the fact is, like, there should be like a prompt somewhere on your screen. Usually, it's right underneath like notebook and options that it says like pass turn or whatever.
No, I'm not seeing anything. This is what my. Let me just send a quick screenshot over to you. Because technical difficulties, yay.
No worries, no worries. Just send in whenever you can.
Right there. Yeah, I have,
Wow, it's really actually not giving you anything. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, the scripting might be broken. Alright, we're doing this manually then, Smile.
Okay.
Alright, no problem. So, in Fetch Cities for me. Jakarta, St. Petersburg. So, yeah, we'll just do this by hand. So, St. Petersburg, that's pretty good.
Where's Jakarta?
Jakarta, that's... Okay, that's fine. Honestly, it's not in the concentration. Yeah. Alright, your turn then.
Okay, so first thing, I'm going to cure all 3.
Yep. I'll just go ahead and drag them over. Next one.
Right.
That's
next one moves to Taipei and do the same thing.
Yep. The idea that comes to my mind here, you could spend the 4th to get to Manila. That way when I just get to you, Chennai, warp 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could just pass me Manila next turn. Potentially, yeah?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, we'll do that. What's the name of your disease, Cruzy? I'm not gonna have a disease named after me, Calvin. Thank you very much.
Chartreuse Pox.
Chartreuse Proxy? Oh god, no. Draw cards, draw cards, draw cards, idiot.
Yeah. Let's see, does the scripting still work for drawing?
It doesn't seem like... It seems like the scripting's completely broken past setup, so okay, we're fine. So you're at... Oh, there you go, you got a special event. Commercial Travel Ban. The infection rate returns 1 until the start of the current player's next turn. You can play that at any time and it does not require an action. So you're at 8 cards. You have to discard something. If you want to, you can really just play that right now and not discard any of your cards.
Yeah, but do I want to save it for when like the infection rate gets to like 4?
Well, that's the rub. Do you want to take as much advantage of how it's only at 2 right now? Or are you going to save that for when we are like a turn away from death?
I want to save it because but burning a city just feels bad too.
Well, here's the thing here. Let's look at it. We have 5 reds, we have 3 blues, we have 3 yellows, we have 2 blacks. If you need to burn a city, I'd burn Karachi.
Burn the blue. Oh, burn the black?
Yeah, because we only, combined with us here, we have 3 blues, but only 2 blacks.
Fair. And plus Atlanta just being a quick warp back to our research station.
Potentially.
In case that needs to happen. Yeah,
because once I get the 4 red cards in hand, we just need a research station, then we'll go on from there.
Yeah.
Right, that's really good. You see, that's one of our special cards that we can get.
Yeah.
Alright. And in Fetch Cities, would you do the honors, my good sir?
Yes, I would.
Grab no, just flick with it. Don't hold and click. Just click and flick. Yep.
And we have
Moscow. Oh, my tabletop froze for a second there.
Crap.
Okay.
Whatever.
Moscow, wherever it is. I know my maps.
And
Miami. Moscow's right next to St. Petersburg, unfortunate, and Miami. Okay.
Can the black disease like fleet into blue too?
Yes, other diseases fleet into blue, but it's when you have 4 cubes of the same color. So it's not the biggest deal ever, but there is fringe cases where that can be a problem.
So you could theoretically just have like 12 cubes as long as there are 3 of each.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That makes sense. Anyway, that's the rest.
Because it's specifically a disease of that color, or an outbreak of that color. And yeah, I think it was fine burning the blocks. I'm just gonna use Chennai to warp over to you anyway.
Yeah, black is probably gonna be the last one we end up doing.
So action 1, and then that's really just me. 2, 3, 4 at Manila with you. You're gonna have to share knowledge with me next turn.
And then you draw your 2.
Essen. And Kinshasa. So now I have 4 blues potential in that end.
Yeah,
Well,
we have potential.
Well, no, you have to pass Atlanta and win on the same city, god damn it. Oh, this sucks. Okay, that's fine though. Our infections are Shanghai. And Baghdad.
There's Shanghai. There it is.
Nice thing is if you look at the maps too, if you look at the chart, it tries to tell you where it is.
Gives you a general area, which is nice.
Alright, your turn.
Anyways, here. Take, which one are we on?
Manila, Philippines, baby.
Here, have this.
I will take.
And then if I go 1, 2, 3, then I can move to Sydney next turn and pass knowledge.
You have Jakarta and Sydney, so you could do either or.
True.
It's just I'm gonna be discarding cards potentially then.
Yeah,
what you could do, you have 3 actions. Because you only passed on to 1. You could go to Jakarta or Sydney, establish a research station there, so that's 1, 2, or that's actions 2 and 3, then move to the other one. That way I can move 1, get your card, move 2, burn the 4 to create the cure without discarding anything in my hand.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Jakarta works better for this. Because Sydney is like so close.
That's right. No. We actually have to do Sydney. We have to do Sydney because Ho Chi Minh's in the way. That would burn all of the actions.
Oh yeah. So Sydney. Burn the card to
create a research station.
Create a research station.
Small thing I should say: there is 6 research stations that we can make. If we want to make another one, we have to get rid of an old one.
Okay, got it.
Yep. So that,
so
and
we
then
can just deconstruct one at any point.
Yeah, you can always, but you know that's just your city gone.
2, 3, and then just get rid of this for 4.
Nope. Your first action was passing knowledge to me. So moving to Jakarta is your 4th.
All right, cool. And then just
draw your cards first. Draw your cards.
I should have just used the draw.
Another special event.
Okay, what's this?
The current player may draw any one city card from the player discard pile and add it to your hand. And add it to their hand. And note, that is current player, but it also says play at any time. So you can play that on my turn, and I can get whatever city I need.
Oh, that's huge.
And then your second card. And then it's gonna be an epidemic.
Well.
Alright,
move the counter.
Here's the problem then, so move that up. We are going to look at the bottom card from the deck. Beijing. That's 3. That is a problem.
Oh yeah, with Seal right next to it.
Did you say Seal? Soul.
It's pronounced Seal. It's pronounced Soul?
Yeah. Not like Navy SEALs. Alright, shuffle this, and that goes straight on top, baby.
And now let's draw.
Yep, we're drawing 2. That's Shanghai. All good. That's Shanghai, and if it's Beijing, this is gonna suck.
Yep.
You better pray. Karachi is up to 3. So we haven't told Net's Epidemic. We haven't told Net's Epidemic that could be a problem.
Yeah.
But for now, we are on death's door for Shanghai to break out and cause more problems. I mean, for Beijing. Because we know that Seoul's in the deck.
Yeah.
As well. Otherwise, Sao Paulo could be a problem later on too. Okay. It is my turn. Oh, but the research station is in... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get that, but I can't make the cure yet. Unless you want to burn... Unless I move to Sydney, you burn, re-examine, research for me to get a red, and then we just cure red straight up.
Honestly, I think getting red out of the way immediately is going to be so valuable.
So we don't ever have to think about it again.
Yeah, it's one less thing I have to worry about. I'm perfectly fine with burning that.
Yep, main thing that I should say here is you are a doctor. You can just cure the disease at any time. You can just cure all cubes on this. Once a cure is made, I basically have the same passive as you then. I can get rid of all cubes as well on that side.
Okay, that's good.
It still remains in the board and it can still break out, but that is, something done with, so we don't have to worry about that anymore,
Yeah, and with disease cards, like if we pull Beijing after curing, will that still cause an epidemic on Beijing?
Yes, because the only way to stop that is you eradicate it, which means no more cubes of that are on the board. Once there's no more cubes of a disease, there's no more disease cubes can be placed there.
It's basically, got it. So once we
so we have it cured. So this is it's basically part 1. We have it cured, but we don't have it eradicated.
Got it.
So if you want to do damage control, you could technically do that around, if you wanted.
I just kind of want to do this immediately.
Yep, because
so we can just cure this.
Yeah, because the main thing is, right, for you, once we cure it, automatically remove cubes of cured diseases and prevent them from being... remove cubes of cured diseases from the city you are in. You don't have to treat anymore. You literally just walk through, and then they're gone. Yes. So, okay. Action 1 for me, Sydney. Action 2 for you, re-examine research. I will take Sydney back, and I will make the cure with 4 red cards. And exactly so. That is the cure, so... We just flip that over to signify that it's cured. Now, here's the thing that comes to my mind then.
What?
I think the best thing for me, potentially, is I could try to sit on my luck to go back to Atlanta.
If we pull blue.
Well, there's a research station there, and I can play damage control on the left side for whatever may come. Because you basically got red and then plus Karachi.
Yeah.
Is what it comes to be.
I still have to peruse my way.
Yeah.
Oh, I can kind of just peruse my way up the red angle until I get to.
Oh, so since we cured it, Jakarta's just kind of cleared.
Yep.
You're a doctor. It's great. Yeah, red's gonna be taken care of. I only have 2 more actions left. I can't get to Karachi myself. If you're gonna do the 1, 2, you're gonna take 2 turns to get to that. Karachi, until we have it outbreak again, it's not the biggest problem. Once again, I think I might just go from Sydney to LA, and then just play damage control on the left side while you're on the right. You think?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Oh. I am tumbling.
Here it is.
I'm thinking, though, do I go to Mexico City to start treating away? Or do I potentially run the risk if I go to Chicago to save a move? That way, if I draw blue, then we just get lucky on that point.
I mean, worst
we go gambling!
Next turn, you just go Mexico City and
God dang
Miami.
it.
Oh, what's that card?
New assignment. Any player may discard their current roll card and select a new one from any of the rolls on the bots. From any of the rolls is the main thing here.
Oh, so you get to pick instead of it just being random?
Mm-hmm.
I at least want to know what these are.
Yeah, some of them are really good, but they're much better suited for 4-player games, so I think the big one would be the Dispatcher, for instance, if you see here, because this was one of the base game ones. Move another player's pawn as if it was yours. As an action, move any pawn to a city with another pawn. Which is great for 4-player games, for instance.
Yeah.
It's that, or like local liaison is really important. Once during your turn, as an action, you may give a city card that matches the color of the city you are in to a player in any city of the same color. So we don't have to go through the bogus thing of being in the same city to be sharing knowledge. If it's same color, you just pass it on.
Okay. So basically, as long as you're yellow and I'm yellow, then I can just pass yellow cards to you.
Yeah, that or like researches along the same lines to where instead of having to be in the exact city, you can just take a card, etc., etc., etc.
that could definitely be interesting for a future, I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones, but at the moment here, unless we have bad outbreaks here, the scientist is just always really good.
Yeah. Just... Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's all the roles.
There's a ton of cards, actually.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use the restroom.
Okay. Pocket full of proxies, a tissue, we all fall down. Thank you, Calvin. That's a good one.
Alright, I'm good.
Okay.
But yeah, we honestly drew pretty good for our random rolls, because those are like two of the default ones, and once again, that's just real nice.
Yeah. I think that if we want to use that, it would be like, oh no, we are falling apart.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
but we'll see. Otherwise, I'm at my limit. Sorry, that was my turn of drawing, so now we get to infect. Fuck!
Ah,
Well, alright. That's an outbreak, so move that down by 1. Beijing doesn't get a 4th cube, but instead we get a cube to all adjacents, exactly so. And... Lima, okay.
Lima.
Not the worst outbreak ever, it's only to 2 cities. The fact is...
So I think I just do my move to Seoul, since Beijing no longer is a problem until we get an epidemic.
Yeah, as much as you want. I mean, you might as well cure Bangkok on the
could.
way up. Obviously. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, that was my move plan.
Yeah,
Because like I could go to
Karachi,
can't
but
say
until we get another epidemic card, that's not being shuffled in, so we're fine.
Yeah, so this is taking care of the immediate danger.
Yep, and if we don't draw any reds, then you know you can eradicate red, and we never have to worry about it again.
Yeah.
So it's just 3 teleport cards at that point then. Huge.
Anyway, draw. Draw. Okay. Drid. Okay, so I'm at 7 right now. I don't need to worry about discarding. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
And now time for the fun.
Yep. Wait on us. Sao Paulo.
Sao
Alright, so that's 3 in Sao Paulo at the bottom there. Gonna have to take a look at that.
Okay.
And then our second one. Mexico City.
Oh, so we can just eradicate red now.
Just about.
Oh, yellow is looking a little bit worrisome.
Oh, no, you say we can eradicate red. We still have to get through my turn. We have to still bounce back to you.
True. Alright, anyway, your go.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at the other roles. So I would say scientist is important, but I'm also thinking, like, is there anything else that, of course, could be really needed? The main funny thing I could do is I could immediately swap to Dispatcher, move you onto Beijing forcefully, and just say screw it. But then we still need 5 cards otherwise, and that's going to hamper us, I feel.
Yeah, as of now, I think Scientist is huge early game.
Yeah, and I think we'll just sit on it then. So honestly, for my move, because I still don't have anything good yet, 1, 2. I mean, they're all connecting with each other. I think I might just really do 3.
And
then
maybe or maybe Leo.
if I move to Miami now, I could move to Atlanta afterwards. I think that's the right choice. That's
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4. And then I could move outwards. I'm 2 spaces away from Lima, Sao Paulo either way then.
Yeah.
Alright. Los Angeles. God!
And Tokyo.
There's nothing I can use out of it! I'm gonna have to discard 2 to get down to my hand limit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which sucks. I'm gonna have to discard something out of it.
At least Tokyo was pretty much free.
Yeah. Alright. Soul. You're standing in it, so it can't be infected.
I'm standing in it, so it can't be infected.
Bad dad.
And Baghdad.
Alright. Not the worst, but my turn really didn't get to do much there.
Where's Baghdad?
Bad dad.
There we go.
Alright, your turn then, mate.
Okay, so 1, just
Red
grab all
is
these.
eradicated completely, which means we can never get any red cubes ever again. Lovely.
And then I guess 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm. Potentially. I mean, I'm thinking that. Let's see here. You're in Beijing real quick.
Yep.
I'm just thinking, straight. Is there... No, we don't have any black cards, so... And even flying to Jakarta is just kind of worthless. Oh, that's
Yeah,
annoying. That's annoying.
Unless I want to potentially try flying to one of the yellows.
Actually, no. Here's the idea. You just fly to Atlanta straight up, and I just...
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
And
no,
we just
because that's the Atlanta card, so I can't do it. Wait, no. Okay, that's... You have 3 actions. You can fly to Atlanta.
Do I have...
Or... Hold on.
Wait, fly... If I flew
You could
to
fly
Madrid,
to... You could fly to Bogota.
Pagoda, which is...
That's right here. That's 2, 3, 4. Get to Atlanta. I can steal Atlanta's card off of you. I can make the cure for blue.
Heck, awesome. That works.
That's the one thing that always trips me up. Shared knowledge is just... It's just so annoying. Because you have to be so specific about it.
Yep. So, burn Pagoda.
That's action 2.
1, 2... Wait, no. So 2, 3,
3,
4.
4. Right, now you draw.
Yep. Draw.
Sao Paulo. And...
Draw.
Elders. You are at 8 cards. You need to discard something.
I can easily just burn Jakarta.
Yep. And then infect, if you would.
Yep. Flip.
St. Petersburg gets a second. And you
Aye.
flip the entire deck.
Flip the entire deck. Yep. Whoops, sorry. Kinshasa, sorry.
Yep. Oh, we know Paris is getting infected, and that's... Ooh, spoiler alert. We can't shuffle the deck, because then that would absolutely ruin everything, unfortunately, so there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not the biggest deal ever.
We can do about it anyway.
Yeah. And it's not that we're playing competitive now. Alright, Atlanta for move 1. Yoink.
Yoink.
Cure Maid for blue. With 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely.
And then
So that's action 2. What I'm thinking next is, what else do you have? Lagos, Santiago, Sao Paulo. I can't get to any of those yellow cities for you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have got nothing more to do but just move back down to Miami for the moment and just cure, I feel.
Yeah.
Because I just need to be as close to you to steal whatever knowledge in case. Don't you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, alright.
Works well now.
Let's see. Beijing, that's useless to me. Moscow, that's decently more useful, because we need black, eventually.
Yeah.
Alright. And then, we infect... New York and... Miami. You're in Miami! That's wonderful tempo!
Yep, don't even need to worry about that.
Alright, Chief. I feel like we are overdue for an Epidemic card at this point here, so make your turn count.
Down to Santa Paulo right now.
Yep.
1, to cure that.
Yep.
Just get this out of here.
There you go. And then
I
for
think
your
I head over to
fourth.
Lagos. Maybe I head back up to Pagoda.
We know we don't have Pagoda. Santiago, Lagos. Where's Sao Paulo? You're in Sao Paulo.
I'm Sao Paulo right now. 1, 2, 3.
Potentially, do you just want to burn your turn, your last action, just so I can
stay
get down to
there.
you? 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can steal the last one that I need then?
Yeah, and then I can just kind of redeploy wherever I need to go.
Yeah, that might be it then.
I think I'm good with that.
Alright.
I didn't know that you could skip actions.
I mean, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
At least for this situation here. I mean, yeah, you could. Alright. In that case then, my friend, draw your 2.
Alright, let's see which one of these is the Epidemic.
Soul?
Soul?
Well, we can get rid of that at any time then. And
I keep doing that.
you need to stop doing it.
Oh, there's the Epidemic.
Yep, there you go. Alrighty. Tracker moves up
Raise the
to
counter.
2. We know for a fact Paris is getting the brunt of it. So that's 3 blue on Perry?
3.
And then, of course,
Shuffle it and put it on the top.
and deal us out, brother.
I almost did it again.
You need, do you need a new mouse, honestly? New York goes up to 3. I'm so glad I cheered 2 at the beginning of the damn game then.
That's... Yeah.
Beijing,
And
doesn't matter.
useless.
Huge! The fact that,
Big
you know,
red
red
out.
was so stat early on, that's really huge for us.
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
That was such a danger point, and if we didn't take care of it, that would have been terrible.
I'm walking down to you. I am yoinking Sao Paulo from your hands. And that's my entire turn. Plus, London and New York.
New York.
Well, let's see here. Beijing is on the corner I don't need. I'd rather hold on
like-
to New York.
I feel like we've burned too many black cards as well already.
We'll see. I'm going to hold on to New York, because then I can just go 1,
You
2,
could just warp.
3, 4. Because I'll warp to New York as 1 for my next turn. 2, cheer New York to not deal with it. 3, 4. And then I'll just cheer yellow in my next go round, I think.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So that was your infection. That was me drawing, so I need to infect. St. Petersburg at
Petersburg.
3. Seoul at nothing.
Okay, so I think I'm heading up to blue at this point,
Yeah. We have
because
blue cleared. You can... No, you're 1 space away from Madrid. There's no reason to teleport.
yeah.
Well,
I
actually,
thought-
technically there is. You go 1 Madrid. You could burn Madrid to go to St. Petersburg immediately if you want.
Oh, I could.
Or ideas. I'm
But Paris
thinking.
actually
I'm
still
thinking
needs-
about immediate ideas. If you want to make use out of it, or it's still the only thing that we're still worried about is Karachi. You could go 1 to Madrid, 2 from Madrid to St. Petersburg, 3, 4 as close as you
4.
can to Karachi. Then,
Yeah.
if you
'cause,
think,
I mean,
because I'm taking care of New
Paris-
York at least.
Paris is at 3, but I forget. Is that no? That's not currently in here, is it?
No, it did get reshuffled into. Yeah, okay. I forgot that. I thought Paris was
Yeah.
at 2. Well, your discretion then on how you want to play this, Chief. St. Petersburg just went up to 3, so Paris could be. So you could just save, because we know Paris is in the deck.
Yeah, I could just go Madrid, Paris, back to Madrid, and then burn that to go to Karachi just so I can start there next turn.
I think that's actually a pretty good play, all things considered.
Okay, because St. Petersburg is not boiling over for a while.
Yep,
so
we
1,
have the cure for blue, so we can get rid of that. You can't
Not even
cure
burn.
black because you don't have it yet, but the fact is you stop any cubes from getting there, which is the other part.
Yep. And then 3, burn Madrid,
Yep.
and now Karachi cannot boil over, and on my next turn I can just start off with...
Yeah, with curing right there.
Mhm.
Alright, Chief. In that case, draw your 2 cards.
All right. Draw. Already again.
All right. Epidemic goes to 3. So that is now we are infecting 3 cities per turn, not 2, unfortunately.
I double clicked.
You need a new mouse, my friend. You absolutely need a new mouse.
You know, I'm not using the mouse again.
Shh. Yeah, you really need to take it a lot easier on that side. Okay, look. That's right, we moved up to 3. We are taking from the bottom, which is Manoa, which doesn't matter. That's huge.
Yay.
Otherwise, though, at the very and now here's the problem though. That's 5 cards here. So it's what? St. Petersburg, so New York can break out, or St. Petersburg. We have a 2 in 5 chance of that shit breaking out right now. Do you want and the fact is, it's infecting at 3. I think you might want to play commercial ban.
Yeah, no, this is the perfect time for commercial ban here.
Yep. All right.
That's a terrible boiling point to have.
Use that for the mode. Commercial ban goes on top, so we know.
And that way, if the worst happens, only one of them, not both.
Yep. So draw your 1 card.
There.
Draw your 1 infected city.
Flip.
Fuck.
And it's New York.
All right. Move that counter down, and we are having 4 cubes spread throughout. I was just gonna go there too, dude! Okay.
Yeah.
Well, New York gets burned for my turn. 1, 2, for the future, 3, 4. And that's my turn.
And then next turn, we won't have to worry about yellow again.
No, we drew 2 blats! Because I'd have to discard 1. Unless, honestly, do I just get rid of the new assignment?
At this point, honestly, I would...
Or, oh, it's that, or... No, you as the medic can just do cleanup. And if I swapped you from the medic right now, you can't treat everything.
Yeah, swapping me from medic right now would be catastrophic.
Yeah.
And swapping me from scientist right now would be catastrophic.
Yeah,
too.
I think I'm just gonna get rid of the special assignment, honestly. Alright. And 1 soul, we're fine. Commercial travel ban has been lifted from now on, so we're back up to 3 per cities, and now it's your turn.
Alright, so, 2...
You're curing Karachi, straight up, first and foremost.
Yeah, so I cure Karachi, that's 1. I move Tehran, Moscow, St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg just gets auto-cured.
Yep, because you are the medic, and we have the cure for it. So huge.
And now that's, disaster avoided.
Yep. So now, draw 2 cards. And infect 3.
Okay, so it looks like we have a lot of black cards, so we can actually just set up another thing.
I set up another research station in time. I just need to make my way over. Just remember, like the game just ends when we find all the cures. We don't have to eradicate them. We just find them. So we're fine on that end, but otherwise 3. Beijing doesn't matter, because red was early game. Next up, St. Petersburg. Very big.
So glad that we did that.
Manoa! Doesn't matter. Okay. For my turn. Burn 4.
And we get a cure.
Cure that. Yep, flip that over. Then, honestly here, there's no reason for me not to just burn a blot to just get over to you and try to do what we can, right?
Yeah.
So that's my one action. I need to get to Algiers or Rida. So the closest is Algiers. That's only 2 away from you.
Okay. You could burn Cario.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Cairo? Cairo?
Cairo. Oh my.
You have... My brother, you are an uncultured swine. I'm burning Cairo.
I know it's the capital of Egypt, but
2,
I can't.
3... And then I'll just have to sit on that. Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Bad Dad, St. Petersburg is my card, so honestly that is wonderful. And then 3 cities. Miami goes to 1.
I've got this.
Paris goes to 1. Shasha goes to 3. Okay. We have a total of 8 turns left to split between us, so we had 4 turns each, but I think that's more than enough time to just get a black research station up.
Yeah. What are my cards again?
Actually, wait, yeah, because I got St. Petersburg, so literally, just go down to Algiers, pass me Algiers, I go up to St. Petersburg, create the research station, and then we win the game.
Oh, yeah.
Just as long as nothing catastrophic happens, but I think we're actually fine. That's actually a huge draw to get St. Petersburg, dude.
Yeah. So
all right.
1, 2, no, not San Francisco.
Yep, you passed me Algiers.
Algiers, here you go.
Lovely.
1, 2, 3, and then I guess I just
do whatever.
I want to live in Cairo to forgive.
Cairo? Cairo? Cairo?
Cairo!
Draw your cards, you idiot.
You know, surprisingly, social studies was one of my good subjects.
I liked history the most, yeah, myself. And I was actually decently good at English. That's one of the few classes I got AP credits for, actually. But then again, I am a professional yapper, so there it goes.
The part I loved English at first, and then they started making us write essays, and that's where I struggled.
I could do essays all day. Give me that, baby. People hate elaborating, but professional yapper on the scene.
Yeah, I'm a reader, not a writer.
Fair enough, and also I do journalism. Yap matching, swap matching. Hi, D3. We're about to win Pandemic. We just need cities to be infected, and then we win. So you wanna join the call? Play games with us. We're still going. Rather, like, that's perfect if you're free now. Because, yeah, we're chilling. Mexico City, Lima, Karachi.
And Karachi.
Well, great that it was cheered by you.
Yep.
But otherwise, that would be my turn, which is literally 1, 2. Build a station in St. Petersburg. I'm a scientist, so I only require 4. Cure is made, and hey, guess what? That would be us winning the game.
Yay!
Yay! Wonderful.
Honestly, getting that medic scientist combo turn 1 was
just randomly.
amazing.
I mean, they are the base game or they are 2 base game cards, which is great. But now you understand Pandemic.
Yeah, that's
congratulations. Cool. How do you like it, friend?
I think it can be terrifying on higher difficulties. Considering how things almost spiraled out on easy.
Just remember, the thing here is that there could have been 3 more Epidemic cards in the deck. That's how the difficulty gets selected, is once again, there's all the city cards and you divide it up. Easy only has 4 Epidemic cards. Normal has 5, hard 6, and then legendary is 7. And remember, that's evenly split, so you will be eventually drawing that out. And the fun complexity with it, of course, too, is that when you have more players, you have more rolls, of course. That means your hands are more split, and you really are, like, tossing at straws for what you can damage control on.
And plus, you also draw through the deck so much faster.
Yep, exactly so.
Well, I would get two or 3 turns per every time.
Yep, so we're at 14, so that would be, I have 4 more turns, basically. You have 3 more turns.
Yeah.
But the fun thing about it is that, yeah, Pandemic is a very replayable game since you can set your difficulty, and it also started a board game phenomenon of what was called the Legacy game. So Pandemic's creators created a spin-off called Pandemic Legacy, which, think of it kind of like a long-running D&D campaign. It was made to go 20 sessions, 20 individual games of Pandemic. It was made with the intention of, this is going to be your personalized copy of Pandemic, because after each game, you record in the journal, that's included with the game, whether you won or lost, and that has permanent effects on the world for every subsequent game that you play. There's times when
What?
you're supposed to rip cards apart, when you're supposed to add cards, when you're supposed to write on them, fold them, stuff like that or so. Pandemic started that. There's also Risk Legacy, I think, if I recall. No, I think one more Legacy game. So, for example, I know, like, for some of them, let's say, you won a campaign. One modifier that you get for it was, humanity bounced back from this one, so from now on, start with an extra research station at wherever you please. Or, there could be modifiers where it's, you lost this campaign, and the story flavor was, it was so bad, draw a card from the deck, whatever city it was, Bad Dad, it got ravaged so bad, there were no survivors, Bad Dad is wiped off the map for all future campaigns, etc., stuff like that or so, which dynamically changes things. And for example, if that happened to us, Bad Dad connects to 5 places. That's absolutely devastating for trying to get around Europe.
Yeah, that's insane. I love that so much. Like, you basically craft your own storyline based on whether you win or lose.
Exactly so. It's a really cool concept. The makers, once again, Pandemic, they've already done, I think, 3 seasons of Pandemic Legacy, to where it's different boards and whatever too on that end, for instance. It's really cool. And once again, they tell you straight up in the bots, you will rip up cards, you will add cards, you will destroy parts of your own original copy, because this is supposed to be a continuous campaign over, I think, 20 play sessions. But yeah, there's Pandemic for you. I'm surprised you really didn't play it, because me and my IRL friends played the shit out of this during the actual COVID outbreak.